One of the biggest and most successful media companies of all time can't figure out how to get and keep subscribers on their streaming service. If you missed it, Peacock's coverage of the summer 2021 Olympic Games in Tokyo was an absolute disaster. It was one of the worst streaming experiences in recent memory. The question here is, have they made the improvements necessary with their Winter Olympics coverage to right the ship? And most importantly, what can we as creators learn from all of this? Well, for starters, they should make sure they cover the basics, like, I don't know, streaming the opening ceremonies, because they didn't do that last summer. It's arguably one of the most important parts to cover, and they somehow left it out. Despite positioning themselves as the go-to platform for streaming the Olympics for people without a cable subscription, the entire experience on Peacock was confusing and gave subscribers absolutely no reason to stick around. They only offered coverage of a few sports, including gymnastics, track and field, men's basketball, and then some streaming exclusive studio programming.
Oh, the course crip walking, cuz, you see that? On the set.
Any other coverage that you wanted to watch, like the insanely amazing table tennis matches, were up to you to find via your TV provider or on NBCSports.com. The issue with blunders like this is that it costs you real money and then leaves a lasting negative impression with your paying customers. The poor user experience cost NBC so much, they actually didn't even disclose their subscriber numbers before, during, or after the Olympics last year. This leads me to believe that while they may have seen an increase in subscriptions, they must have seen a brutal amount of churn, with customers leaving as quickly as they came because they couldn't find the content they were promised and that they were expecting. This problem isn't just exclusive to NBC. It's one we see creators face every day. How do we get more customers? And how do we get them to stay? We talk about those topics and more on this channel regularly, so if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that button below. For Peacock, the first step in the right direction was better coverage. Telling people you'll offer a robust catalog of content is one thing, and then actually delivering on that is another thing entirely. When you make a promise to your customers, you need to be sure to deliver. Last summer, Peacock didn't. This time around, let's see if they will. Okay, first thing I notice as soon as I log in is that I see absolutely no Olympic content. Look, we can look through all of these, and there's something in the menu, but that's it. No featured image, no content to view about the games. I'm filming this just a couple days before the games officially start, but this is a perfect opportunity for them to be marketing and generating hype about their coverage. This is a big missed opportunity to feature new and amazing content that people actually want to watch. And it's an opportunity to showcase your most popular content and hook subscribers right away, and it feels like a miss here. All right, so let's check out the Olympics tab. Cool, so we've got a slider again here. Events by day, that's a great way to start this off. Then a Peacock original show about the US curling team, which I won't lie, I'm actually kind of curious about, but I'm not gonna start watching it right now. Olympic news, great. So at a quick glance, this is really solid. The slider at the top seems to be a nice mix of coverage options, as well as some on-demand content that they think might draw you into their ecosystem. And as a quick note, you can almost think of this approach like a marketing funnel, except it's a retention funnel. Peacock got you to buy into the service at $5 or $10 depending on the level, but now they've got to keep you bought in. So they'll hook new subscribers like you with this top of the funnel content, which is just solid coverage of the Olympic Games. And then they're going to try and get you into the middle of the funnel with some of their on-demand programming, like that series about curling. And then along the way, as you consume more and more of that kind of content, they'll probably cater their suggestions to you, as well as offering suggestions of content outside of the Olympics, whether that's an original show or something else that you're more likely to engage with. Their goal is to get their hooks into you and keep it there so that you'll stick around as a subscriber in the months after the Olympics end. At least that's what they should be doing, but it's certainly something that you can be using as a creator. Next up, here's an easy way to search for content by sport, which I'd imagine is a super popular feature. One thing I haven't seen yet is an easy link for the opening ceremonies. I realize that they haven't happened at the time of recording this video, and they won't happen for another day, but it just still feels like a missed opportunity to hype that up and really feature what's coming soon. Oh, okay, there's the opening ceremony link, but I still feel like it shouldn't be, what is this, 4 or 5 blocks down the page? And it's not even the first item, it's kind of the second item. So I think that's a missed opportunity to get that up the page, to capitalize on some initial momentum of the starting of the games and bring people into the ecosystem. And now we're getting into some of that middle of the funnel content I mentioned earlier. Documentaries, original series, absolutely a great way to get people engaging a level deeper than just the surface level athletic events. I really love this unique category they've included here by isolating highlights of individual individual athletes. So we can go to Shaun White and watch all of these individual highlights from him. And I think that's a great use of organization on this particular catalog. And then we can keep scrolling. There's some interviews, Road to Beijing highlights, replays. Oh, and that's kind of clever. An entire category dedicated to SNL clips related to the Olympics. That's a great example of leveraging trends and current events to get people engaging with a variety of content. When it comes to a catalog of content for any streaming service, the biggest goal is to make it as easy as possible for your subscribers to find the content they want when they want it. If your content is difficult to find or consume, like last summer's Olympics coverage, subscribers get frustrated and they leave your service. And they don't wait around, they do it fast. Your goal is to help them get the results that they want by finding the content they need. And the more value that you can provide that way, the easier it is to justify the price of your subscription and to get people to stay for the long haul. If you enjoyed this video, you might like the one on screen right now where we talk about a serious flaw in the creator economy and what you can do about it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.